Hey everybody, today we're going to be installing a brand new exhaust system on the M2. We're going to say goodbye to Valvetronic, not forever, but just for now, because we're going to go ahead and throw on this full titanium system from Cencalmotorsport. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get one final Valvetronic cold start. Here we have the full titanium system laid out. I want to say right off the bat, it is definitely going to be a lot lighter than the stainless steel one that is on the car. I don't know what the full weight difference is, but every single pipe honestly felt like it was 2 pounds max. We got the burnt tips. Reminds me of my 350Z JDM days. I know it's not really M-esque to run titanium tips. Everyone just runs carbon or black, but we're gonna try this out. I think it's gonna look cool, and I'm super excited to get this on the car, take a photo of it, and then I can kind of compare the engine bay to this because I have titanium intakes. I think it's gonna look really cool. But let's go ahead and start dismantling the Valvetronic system. We're also gonna take off this diffuser, and I gotta fix one of the clips like right here because this gap has been an issue for so long, but the only way to fix it is by taking the diffuser off, and I've just been lazy. But now the car's in the air, so it should be easy. This exhaust system is also a single mid-pipe into the valve axle back, so I don't know how much different it's gonna sound, but again, stainless steel versus titanium should be a bit of a difference. But let's get cracking. One last look at the Valvetronic system. We got a lot of the exhaust loose, but we're gonna fix this diffuser first. I was gonna say, can you film? But we did it. I think these clips are too wide or too thick for the slots, so I'm gonna try to file them down and see if I can get them a little bit thinner to go in properly. We got the Valvetronic system fully off the car. Before we throw the titanium one on, I kind of want to see what it sounds like with no exhaust at all. So this would be literally the loudest cold start this M2 could ever produce. Now I'm just swapping over the valve motor or plug-in thing onto the new exhaust. Valvetronic stuff's already wired in. I'm kind of lazy. This is a 3-prong, this is a 2-prong. I don't want to rewire. They both do the same thing, and the Cencal remote for the valves is the exact same as the Valvetronic one. So, I mean, I might as well just reuse the same thing and save myself some time. As you can see, we've got the titanium catback exhaust. I think it's fully done. I think it's installed. It looks so cool. From under here, unfortunately, you don't really ever look at the bottom of your car. But now at car shows, I could put like a mirror down here and reflect my awesomeness. We got the back. I think the tips, hold on, let me actually lower it. Let me lower the car down. As for the diffuser, this is the best that I can get it. It's pretty much flush and in on the left side, but again, same issue I'm kind of having here. I just feel like this clip doesn't line up properly. Again, it's just the unfortunate reality of aftermarket carbon. I do love the look of it, so I'm gonna keep using it for now, but if you see my car in person, just don't look at the right exhaust tip area, okay? But the tips look awesome. I think it's cool with the pink, I don't know. I like this, there's so much going on here, like you don't know where to look, but everything looks cool. So there's no wrong place to look. All right, we're good. This is the money shot right here, man. Oh! After it's all said and done, I can confidently say the stainless steel system has got to be twice the weight of this titanium one. I couldn't believe how much lighter all the parts were. Before we go any further, we got to say thanks to this video's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Hiboy. We're going to be unboxing, taking out, and testing out their Max Pro e-scooter. Like, it just comes as like a whole scooter. I was kind of like wondering if I had to like build the whole scooter, but...
Wait, I'll push the button.
Yo! The only real setup you have to do are just 8 Allen key small screws here to support the handlebar. But now let me show you why I actually love this thing. I haven't even ridden it yet, and I'm already so excited. So it's got an app that connects to the scooter via Bluetooth. You can see your mileage, power left, how much time you've ridden it for. It's got 3 drive modes. You got S for sport or speed mode. You got E for eco, and you can see it changes there. And you got D, I think it's just like your regular drive mode. You can also change all that on the screen here. It's also got Oh, we got side brake lights. We're gonna be safe out here. We also have, come to the front.
Oh.
Headlights.
Headlights for the scooter.
On a scooter, okay? It's a 500-watt battery that is capable of going 75 kilometers in range and up to 35.4 kilometers per hour. That's a top speed. If you don't want to stand and you're feeling a little lazy, or maybe you just want to chill out, we've also got a scooter seat.
Oh my God.
I know, this thing got everything. Another super easy thing to install, you just follow the instruction manual. Now.
Oh my God. Yo, this guy's gonna crash. Oh! Oh, he crashed.
We got a nice little kickstand, and
now you're ready for the road.
it's actually a
Oh my
pretty
God.
decent headlight.
On camera, it picks up so well too.
Wait.
Oh my God, it's so bright.
And this is cool too. So you can feel safe if you're riding out at night. See if we can get that top speed. Also, you can switch between kilometers per hour or miles per hour.
Yo, give me a flyby. Oh my God, you got close. Oh, good stopping power.
Look at this light's actually bright. I'm honestly thinking about the quality of rollers you could get, because this thing goes up to like 35. That's a decent speed for rolling clips with no obstruction in front of you. You can just film. Oh, I'm going. Oh, okay. I don't know how well it's equipped to handle bunny hops, but you can do it, I guess. They also have their own lock, the charger, and they gave us this nifty little scooter bag. This is Max's electric scooter, and this is the Hiboy scooter we got going on. We're gonna actually line these up. Owen thinks that that one is faster. It might have better acceleration, but we're gonna do a dig, and then we're gonna do a roll. Who's gonna win?
The Hiboy.
Yep. Hiboy on top. I'm gonna turn off all my lights though, so my battery is under no extra stress.
Oh, it's front wheel drive.
Chill, this guy's doing a burnout. Just go a little bit. Okay, ready?
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh no, Hiboy on top. Ready, set, go.
No, bus lengths, bro. Bus lengths. What the f?
Yo, it might be
Oh
on top speed.
shit.
Go scooter lengths on me.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
where is he?
Hiboy on top. How
I
you
actually
feel?
just set a new top speed record. I hit 36 kilometers an hour right there.
How are you feeling after that though?
The feeling was just incredible. I don't even know. Like,
Dude, you cheated, man. You cheated. No, rerun it.
Make sure you check out the link in my description if you want to buy your own Hiboy scooter. They got a bunch of different options, a bunch of different accessories as well. I'm actually excited to use this. I've wanted an electric scooter for so long. Let's get back to the video. What are you asking me?
I don't want to ask it anymore.
The valves that are set up with this do not run through M1 and M2 because the OEM valve system, for some reason, on G87 M cars only opens up 70% of the way. They don't open up 100%. So whenever you do valved exhausts,
Just start the car.
it's definitely hard to tell a difference on camera. I feel like I could hear a little bit of a tone change, but it's like almost 3 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna go home, get some sleep. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys again, and we're gonna get some proper good sound clips. Before I show you what the titanium sounds like, let me show you some sound clips with the Valvetronic so you know what we're comparing to. V8 can be kind of raspy with stationary revs. It sounds a lot better under load, but I will say my experiences from driving it and even just from how that sounds, the titanium is a deeper tone overall, and I think it does sound less raspy than the Valvetronic. I don't know why anybody would actually want to hear this, but I'm going to show you what it sounds like with the valves closed. It really just sounds like a vacuum cleaner. It sounds so like bitch in this car.
It sounds like something broke.
Yeah. Overall, it's definitely quieter like than the Valvetronic exhaust. I think the Valvetronic one sounds a lot more like, you could say raw. It sounds more like a straight pipe. You know, sometimes I have an issue. My knee hits my steering wheel and it goes like that when I shift. So I'll pop my knee up. I try to lower my seat as much as I can, but because I'm tall, it's hard to like, I can't sit all the way back there because then I can't put my clutch all the way in. So yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Oh my god, that sounds ridiculous. The titanium hits just right.
Looks, titanium is way better. Obviously, I mean, it's under the car, you don't see it as much, but still, knowing that you got a titanium exhaust under there makes you feel good.
That sounds so.
You have to do launch control with MDM on.
Yeah.
In this car, like you can't launch it with like full traction off. It won't let you do it because I think the car knows it's just gonna like spin like crazy. Yeah, but even there, like I don't know, I feel like I hooked like
pretty good.
Actually, I hit 100. I don't know what the time would have really been there, but probably still like because it's manual. It probably still is like close to 5 seconds 0 to 60. I'm so excited to watch these clips back because I don't really know what the car sounds like to the full extent. You never know how good your own car sounds because you're always the one driving it. I gotta trust somebody one of these days to just take my car out and rip it because I just gotta hear it. I think we got enough videos comparing the two exhausts. I want you guys to let me know down below which one you prefer. I think I'm sticking with the Cencal Titanium. And I don't know if I showed the proper finish of the rear now, but this is what the tips are looking like. I think it looks really cool, all the colors going on with the pink. I'm trying to have a different BMW build, you know? Too easy to make a copy and paste build. This is the first time I haven't run black or carbon fiber in such a long time. I think it looks awesome though. And if you guys noticed, we kind of fixed the diffuser. There's still like a little bit of a gap here. I also want to give a huge shout out to Owen at Ghost Automotive for helping me install this exhaust. I would not have been able to do this by myself. Now, if you want an exhaust for your car, make sure you check out Cencalmotorsport. They're going to be linked down below. Oh my God, I cannot stop watching my car through this reflection. Oh, bro, this thing looks so good. It has come such a long way. I'm so happy.